If you are here just for the battles, check the description down below for timestamps. If you want to steal this team, go ahead and check out the right-hand side of the screen. You will see the rental code. This is a rental code that I got from a YouTuber called Jeans. They did a recent video on this, and so I have also linked their video down below. Definitely go check it out. I had a lot of fun with this team, so let's kind of break it down and what my experience is. So this, of course, is a Leftovers Terapagos with Calm Mind, Terra Starstorm, Earth Power. It seems to be kind of the normal stuff, going for the Calm Minds, setting up Terapagos so you can be a little bit more bulky to survive some hits with how rampant both Urshifu forms still are within the meta. And then you have, of course, the Incineroar, which is literally the most common to support Pokemon, I think, in the game. You will always see at least one of these Pokemon on an opponent's team. They are fantastic for swapping out. It's awesome having fake out pressure, especially with both having double fake out pressure. I found I pretty much took both of these Pokemon to every single match that I played. It was pretty much Rilla, Incin, Terapagos, and then usually Flutter, because as you know, or as you can see, there is no speed control other than the Flutter Mane with Icy Wind. You don't have the Scarf Urshifu. You do have Grassy Glide and Aqua Jets to kind of help a little bit with priority, but with how rampant Farigirafs are, with Indeedees and Psychic Terrain, they're not as, I would say, dependable as, you know, an Icy Wind or you know, what would be a Tailwind on a different team. But that's for the speed control. Ogerpon is really good too. I ended up taking it in a couple of battles, not featured in this video, I don't believe, but in some battles as I was trying to get familiar with the team, and it was really nice getting some knockouts. Urshifu didn't take as much. I wanted to bring Urshifu to more battles, and I can't remember if I brought it in the last battle on this video, but again, you know, it's a very common just Urshifu Sash set. But super fun team. Really what you try to do is you just try to set up at least one Calm Mind on Terapagos. It seems like the damage output that I found was that you have to get at least one Calm Mind. You can still get knockouts if, you know, you're able to get off Grassy Glides, you're able to get knockoffs and kind of spread out some damage with some of the other support Pokemon, but Terapagos just does not do enough. At least this set of Terapagos does not do enough, even when you Terra, to be able to deal heavy damage with Terra Starstorm, with Earth Powers, and so it is a little weak in that sense that you have to set up the Calm Mind, but there's a lot of Pokemon that set up Calm Minds or set up Nasty Plots, and with a bunch of the meta being special attackers, having, you know, a free turn or, you know, setting yourself up to be able to get a Calm Mind or two up, you're going to be able to survive so many more hits. So it's really good. It's just you really have to pivot well, and it was a challenge for me because I'm not the best on pivoting. My favorite restricted has been Koraidon, and so this was definitely a change of pace, but it was a lot of fun playing. So, you know, again, check out this team, check out Jean's video if you want to see somebody else piloting this team, and let's get to the battles. This is my first match with this team, actually my first match with Terapagos in general, and we're going up against a Shadow Rider, which is a little scary. Just because I know Shadow Rider can have a lot of variation, so I'm just not super stoked, but I think we got this. I think we could just lead with Terapagos. I think Terapagos is a safe lead. Most likely well, if they think we're gonna lead Terapagos, they'll probably lead Shinpao Urshifu. I think we could safely bring in Incineroar. Now, we could do Incineroar Flutter as a way to just immediately get Intimidates off. Flutter Mane is going to be our speed control with Icy Wind. I think we should bring Flutter. And looking at it, oh man, I kind of like that play. I'm just worried that it could be Scarf. Do I like... You know what? We're going to do Incin and Terapagos to lead with Flutter in the back, because we could always swap in, you know, and we might swap into a... And then I like Rillaboom. I like having the terrain, being able to get some Grassy Glides off. But yeah, we might be able to swap into a close combat. If we swap into, you know, of course, if this is, you know, the Dark Urshifu, then, you know, I don't think a Wicked Blow will knock out the Flutter Mane. But If it's Surging Strikes, probably will, because I think most do. Okay, so it is Urshifu. It's Urshifu Flutter. Okay, so... I almost like the idea of just going for... See, now, do we want to go for a Calm Mind, though, is the question, right? Because we could just see this Flutter... See, I don't like going for a Calm Mind immediately. I like the Fake Out into the Urshifu. Or, what we could do is we could even read that you're going to go for a CC into the Terapagos. See, because what I'm worried about, right, is I'm worried if this is just like a Scarf U-turn and then you go for an Icy Wind. We're just going to immediately have a -1 speed on our Flutter. So I almost like the idea of going for a knockoff and swapping in Flutter. But I want to go for the Fake Out, and I think we bring in Flutter. I think no matter what, we got to do this. I can't allow Terapagos to take a massive close combat. And I don't want Urshifu to be able to do... You know, I want to be able to pressure Urshifu and break any potential Sash. Even, you know, even if we are slow due to an Icy Wind. Oh, we are seeing a Terra. I could have just gone for a Terra Starstorm then. Let's see what we got. This is Terra Ghost. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, there's so many different variations to Urshifu out there right now that it's like, what is it going to be, right? What is it going to be? Is it going to be Terra Water? Is it going to be Terra Ghost? But okay. And then goes for the CC. So at least we read that correctly, right? At least we got that going. So now the question is, right, do we... we're going to speed tie with the Flutter Mane. And... oh, man, see, what I'm worried about is with speed tying the Flutter Mane, I'm worried if you just double... What if we... Then what if... So what I'm thinking of is I go for the Wisp, and if I protect here, then I'm hoping that they double into the Flutter. Or at least one attack goes into the Flutter, and we get the Wisp off into the Urshifu. Because, right, you're kind of looking at it, and you're thinking that it's going to... You know, there's the Icy Wind, of course, but you're kind of thinking that... Flutter's going to be attacking, right? Because you want to match pace with Icy Winds. So I'm hoping we... Oh, wait, why did I protect? I'm dumb, actually. It's Urshifu. Oh my god, dude. Just miss Will-O-Wisp. Okay, well, we hit Wisp. I think I'm dumb, actually. I think I just have... The big dumb is the big problem. Lord Almighty. Lord Almighty. Okay. Okay. Now, we gotta pull this back. It's early. I swear, this is the first match I've done today. It's early. That's what I'm calling it as. That's what I'm saying. That's my problem. It's the first match of the day. I'm groggy because it's still the morning. I'm just going to make excuses on why I protect in front of Urshifu. I'm hoping that we can get some good offense off here. Now, we don't really need to target the Urshifu slot at all. I probably could have doubled into the Flutter Mane slot if, you know. But I wanted to make sure... I don't know. I like just getting some damage out. And I feel like Woodhammer and Grassy Terrain is going to be able to just kind of do a big nuke. And if the Urshifu swaps out, I don't know why it would. But if the Urshifu, for whatever reason, did decide to swap out, then we're able to just kind of get a good hit. So I think we survived these. That was 20... Oh, it was about 40. Okay, so we should survive with about 10 HP. Yeah, 19 HP. Not too shabby. Because that's still a lot of damage that is coming out. I'm gonna be honest with you. That is still a lot of damage. But at least we kind of got this back in our favor a little bit. I don't know. Oh, I guess with the Shin Pow, this could be just a Mystic Water, actually. The crit. I don't think the crit mattered. I didn't think about that, though. With Shin Pow and Urshifu, you're probably looking at Mystic Water on the Urshifu. So, oh, no, Focus Sash. So we know that it's not a Focus Sash on the Shin Pow then, which is kind of cool. That's actually really good to know. Now, what's scary, though, is swapping into... Okay, so we see the Incineroar. We have yet to use our own Terra. What's scary, though, is swapping into a Calyrex, right? Now, if it's Nasty Plot, right, because I kind of want to swap in... You know what? I need to go for the Terra Starstorm. I need to go for Terra Starstorm, so I can't Terra myself, right? So I feel like we need to preserve the Incineroar, go for the swap into the Terrapagos, and now we could see a Flare Blitz. I feel like... See, I feel like you could just go for like a Protect Fake Out. So I'm gonna high horsepower because I'm thinking that the Calyrex is gonna go for Protect. Now the Calyrex could totally read me, not even, you know, could read that I'm reading it going for a Protect, so it's going to just go for an attack. Okay, goes for the Fake Out, expecting that. Let's see. Okay, goes for the Astral. I am okay with that. Because, yeah, we don't take any damage. And it is Life Orb, which is cool. So I can go for the Terra here. I think we just go for the Terra Starstorm into... Well, hold on. So the question is, what is this Incineroar going to do? Because most likely we're going to see a Protect come out from the... So I kind of want to go for the Earth Power, and I want to swap into the Incineroar, because I'm expecting a Protect from the Calyrex. I'm expecting you to be like, okay, well, you're probably going to go for, you know, because I'm expecting you want to preserve your Calyrex, and you're going to try to target into my... Terrapagos. Sorry, I was trying to think. I was trying to remember, did I Terra or not? Because I might not wanted to have Terra'd this turn. But we get the -1 off, which is super, super nice. See, goes for the Protect. I didn't go for the Terra because I want to keep that Terra Shell for a little bit. I want to go for the Earth Power. It's not going to be a bunch of damage, but it's going to be enough. Okay, goes for the Flare Blitz, so it targets around... Wow! Oh, that's actually... That is huge for us. That is actually huge. Because now I can go for the Fake Out, and I can go for... Honestly, I think we go for another Earth Power. We go for a Fake Out, because our Terra Shell is preserved. So it's not like, even if we get Draining Kissed, goes for a Nasty Plot, whatever it does... We're still able to, you know, if it goes for a Nasty Plot, we still have our Terra Shell preserved. If it goes for an Astral Barrage, okay, well, that doesn't affect my Terrapagos at all, which is super, super nice. You cannot defeat the Terrapagos. And then this Earth Power should clean up the Incineroar, hopefully. Nice. And then I can bring out the Rillaboom. We can go for Grassy Glides. I can Terra the Terrapagos, go for a Grassy Glide, and go for a Terra Starstorm to allow for me to actually hit the Calyrex. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Okay, so we go for the Terra, because we have to Terra in order to hit. Now, what we could have done is we could have just sat there and done Earth Powers. We could have gone for a Calm Mind. Personally, because I can do both Grassy Glide and... Now, we could have read a Protect here and gone for a Calm Mind. Yeah, so we could have read the Protect here, gone for a Calm Mind, because... Oh, did Grassy Terrain end? Grassy Terrain ended. That's actually kind of funny, that Grassy Terrain ended. I did not see that there. So, hey, it is what it is. Probably should have gone for a Calm Mind there then. I still don't think you can hit us, though. Like, I mean, you're only Astral Barraging, so you go for an Astral Barrage here, right? It doesn't affect Terapagos, so you're going to be at +2. It's going to knock out, because it's definitely knocking out Rillaboom. It does so much damage. The question here is, do you kind of Protect Stall? Because then I could go for a Calm Mind next turn. I don't know, though. I don't know. Let's see how much damage we do here. Does it matter? Okay, it doesn't really matter, then, if we go for, yeah, it doesn't really matter. You could Protect Stall, maybe get 2 Protects off. Fortunately, though, we will be able to hit through both. So I think, yeah, I think if I slowed down, what I should have done is I should have Calm Minded the last turn. I was not paying attention to the Grassy Terrain turns, which is a little unfortunate, but luckily, it didn't matter too much. So, okay, so goes for the Expanding Force at +2. Oh, my lord. Wow. We were a little overconfident. We were way too confident. Okay, that was, because we literally lost the game if it was a crit. So, I take back everything I said. I needed to Calm Mind that turn, and we barely won that game. We are lucky to have won that game. I think what we could have done differently was we probably should have Icy Winded the turn that we were an idiot and protected Flutter Mane in front of Urshifu. I'm happy that we won, but Lord Almighty, no, we cannot do that again. I'm happy we got a win for our first match, our first game with this team, and it should be our first game with Terapagos. I'm super happy with that, but yeah, I think the Calm Mind on the turn that the Calyrex was protecting when we first sent out Rillaboom, that was needed. That probably would have, not only would that have made us have a little bit more wiggle room when the Shadow Rider hit +2 into us, but we also might have been able to knock out at +1. I don't know. Also, a little kitty tail. See a little kitty right there. But that kind of, those were the two big misplays, was the Protect and not going for the Calm Mind. But otherwise, I feel like we kind of clawed our way out of it. We positioned pretty well, and I'm happy with the way that we played overall to get the win. So let's see what the next game looks like. We are going up against a Koraidon team. Super cool. I have yet to go up against a Koraidon with Terapagos, and Koraidon is definitely has the better matchup going into us, being able to hit with the collision courses. So we definitely will need to pivot very well. I think Flutter Mane is going to be super, super good in this matchup. I foresee either a Shin Pao Flutter lead or kind of a Shin or a Raging Bolt Tornadus. I expect to see a kind of mixture of those to come out for a lead. I think we should lead Flutter ourselves, because that will allow us to be able to get off some icy winds. And that's really our only form of speed control. Now, the real question is, right, I need Incineroar. Like, Incineroar is imperative to have because I want to get the knockoff, because I'm assuming this will be a clear Amulet Koraidon. We have to bring our restricted, and so that kind of leaves the last slot open to what we want to do. Now, I kind of want to lead Terapagos. I'm going to bring Incineroar. Do we want Rillaboom? I don't like Rillaboom all that much, other than, actually, now that I think about it, I really do like high horsepower. I wish I could make an argument for Hearthflame. I think you could make a bit of an argument for Urshifu in the way that if Shin Pao is on the other side, and, you know, Koraidon is Terra Fire, then you could make an argument. But otherwise, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's a good argument, to say the least. Okay, so here's the question, right? Here's the question. Do we see an Icy Wind come out? Because, you know, it could be like an Icy Wind Tailwind. It could be a Tailwind. Well, actually, I'd be surprised if you did Icy Wind Tailwind. It could just be a straight up Moonblast. And could be like a Tailwind Moonblast. We could see a... What I am worried about is I am worried about like a Bleak Wind right out of the gates. Like a Moonblast Bleak Winds. But I do want to bring in my Rillaboom here. I think Rillaboom is safe. I kind of wish I had a pivot move, honestly, with Terapagos, like U-turn. Or, I don't know what it gets, actually. I don't know if it gets a pivot move. Maybe it gets U-turn. I don't know. I kind of wish it did, though. Okay, so it's just going for a Gleam, then. Oh, that means that there is no Tailwind coming out this turn from... So it is a Bleak Wind. It is the double. So at this point, right, I am a little worried. That is unfortunate, though. That is unfortunate that it did get the speed drop on Bleak Wind. I almost want to go for a Moonblast Fake Out into... I almost want to go for this. But the problem is, right, if your Flutter goes for a big hit... I'm not the biggest fan. Yeah, it goes for the Tailwind. See, I thought... I was worried about it being like, oh, let's not go for it. Okay, we should survive that Moonblast. That's perfect. We will knock ourselves out from Woodhammer Recoil, but I kind of... Well, do I like this trade, though? Because you get up Tailwind, and I lose Rillaboom. I don't know if I like that trade, to be honest with you. That was... was that a good trade? I guess we'll see. Maybe I should have gone for the Fake Out Moonblast. But at that point, we don't even know if Tornadus is going to be able to, you know, kind of get that hit up. Okay, so it is Shin Pao. Now, we could force a Terra, or we could also... It could be kind of a force on a Protect. So, do we read the Protect, or... Because it could be like a Sucker Punch. I'm gonna just Fake Out. Okay, it goes for the Protect, so I could have faked out. Man, I kind of wish I did, but hey, it is what it is. I didn't want to get punished from a Sucker Punch, because a Sucker Punch, that would have just been rough. Flutter Mane is faster. Oh, not enough to knock out. And you are connecting with these Bleak Winds, man. I am proud of you. I am very proud of you right now. So here's the question, right? I feel like you're just going to go for Bleak Winds, and you're going to go for a... You're going to go for a Sacred Sword into my Incineroar, and then you're just going to go for a Bleak Wind to clean up, right? Now, that is a question, though, because... Because what I really want to do here, right, is I want to Protect, and I want to go for the Wisp. Because I feel like you could go for a Sucker Punch. But I feel like it's going to be a Sacred Sword into... Oh, it's an Ice Spinner. Hey, I'm okay with that, because it's still going into the Flutter Mane. And getting the Protect there is fantastic. Hopefully we get the Miss into Incineroar, because I wanted to keep Flutter around for a little bit. And I want to be able to get some of this damage mitigated if we can land the Wisp. I'm hoping we can land the Wisp. Which we did. sorry, I was getting a call right there. So, I mean, no matter what, this, we're gonna get we're gonna get knocked out by whatever. So how many turns left of Tailwind y'all got? Y'all got one more turn of Tailwind. So no matter what, we're gonna get knocked out. So I kind of like the idea of going for the knockoff and the... Okay, he goes for the protect. I think I'm okay with this. Because... Oh, unless we miss Icy Wind. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Missing the Icy Wind. But now you don't have speed control. And what sucks, though... What really sucks is... Oh, man, I don't like this at all. Because you have Koraidon in the back. And I really need... Oh, man, what do we go for here? Because, so you have Koraidon in the back, right? You got Koraidon coming out. I need to get Intimidates off, but I also need to get... I also need to get... I mean, luckily your Tailwind is up. Problem is the speed's down, and speed is down. I would like to get... Oh, what's the turn here? I don't think I'm going to be playing this turn right. Because you could just go for a Sucker Punch. I kind of want to go for the knockoff. I kind of want to go for this. I know that it's going to be dropping our damage output from Terapagos, but I want to make sure that we actually survive a turn. Now, the big problem could be is that you call this, or you just go for a Sucker Punch Collision Course, right? You go for the Sucker Punch into Flutter Mane. That's fantastic. And we get the call right on the Collision Course right there. And I think that was a DC. I think that might have been just a quit right there. That might have been them just being like, hey, no, I quit. And then we get this knocked off, which I'm not sure what this would be. Okay, so it'd be a clear amulet. But, yeah, the Sucker Punch not getting the knockout is humongous. Hopefully this counts as a win. Please let it count as a win. I'm going to be a little annoyed if it doesn't. But I think, you know, we didn't play that super optimally. I think it was a little rough. We kind of got lucky, like... I don't know. I didn't feel great about that end game, but let's take a look. You guys can see my terrible battle record. We should be at 18 and 16 if that was a win, and we should go up to... Okay, so that was a win because we were at 1,300 or 13,000 before. We're at 11,000 now, so that did count as a win. Fantastic. I think, but yeah, getting the burn into the Shin Pao. I think the way that we kind of cycled through the protects were really important on Flutter Mane. I think that's kind of what helped us win, was being able to protect, being able to pivot. Knocking out his Flutter Mane with Rillaboom might not have been the best, but I think, because that knocked out our Rillaboom in turn, but I think that since we did not see the Raging Bolt, I think that it was kind of okay to make that trade. So I'm super happy about that. Let's check out the next game. Kyogre is there restricted. Super, super interesting. Okay. So I definitely like Rillaboom in this matchup. I think, ooh, I'm a little worried. So here's the real question, right? Do we see a Kyogre Archaludon lead? Do we see a Tornadus Kyogre lead? What do we see as a lead from our opponent? I don't know. I think we lead Rillaboom. And I like the idea of Incineroar. Actually, do I? Parting Shot is nice. Parting Shot is very nice. I almost like the idea of Urshifu. We're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna switch it up with no Intimidate pressure and no Parting Shots. This could be a huge mistake, but this is a mistake that I am willing to make. I think speed control, like Flutter, we need Flutter for speed control, just because we're going to see Tailwinds come up, right? And we need... Okay, let's see what we got. So it is Kyogre Tornadus, right? So this is kind of an interesting lead. Because we could just see a Tailwind Protect. Could also see an Ice Beam. You know, because here's the thing, right? Is this Covert Cloak or not? I want to go for the Calm Mind. I'm going to go for the Fake Out Calm Mind, expecting either an Ice Beam or a Protect from the Kyogre. Oh, actually not at all. Not what I thought at all. Just a Farigiraf. Okay. This is not good for us. Let's hope that you're using Ice Beam. Please be Ice Beam. It is not Ice Beam. It is just a straight up Water Shell. Or Water Spout. But Terra Shell does... hopefully let us survive. It does let us survive, which is super, super nice. And we get the Calm Mind up. So... here's the question, right? I don't know my speed tiers with this team. And that's not a good thing. Not knowing my speed tiers is not a good thing at all. We're getting a lot of heals back. I almost like the idea of going for a big old Wood Hammer and going for a Protect. I get a little bit more recovery. We're at +1, and then I can bring in Flutter Booster Energy to have a nice Icy Wind to hopefully be able to help us outspeed this Kyogre, because I don't know. Okay, so you're just swapping out Kyogre. That's fine, I think. Okay, into our Chaladon. That's not great for us. That is not great for us at all. Because it would have been nice if we had the... ooh, I wonder if you're going to go for a Trick Room. Or what are you going with Farigiraf, right? What's Farigiraf doing over here? Goes for the Trick Room. Okay, so it does go for the Trick Room. So... oh, I do not like this because I feel like an Electroshock. Well, we are at +1 on our special defense. Do we think we survive an Electroshock from our Chaladon? Question is, though, do you Terra Electric your Archaladon? Do I want Rillaboom still in here? Yeah, I think we go for this. I think it's going to be AV, right? So it's +1 defense. It's probably AV, because I don't think there's anything else on his team that would be AV. I'm just really worried that this is Terra flying our Chaladon, and then we literally just lost the game if this is flying Terra our Chaladon. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Okay, if it is Electroshock, we might be... because I totally forgot that you get rid of Rain. You get rid of Rain with the Terra with the Terra Ink. Dude, I really should have learned what the heck I'm doing with this team before I did it. So, that's a pretty good hit. We are at +1. Hey, we get the knockout. Oh, that's nice. I need to learn what I'm doing. I need to learn what I'm doing with my life, man. Oh, that's so funny. That actually, removing the Rain was huge. That really saved us. So it kind of depends on what you bring out here next, right? Because now we're at +1. So yes, a Helping Hand Water Spout might do more damage. But, you know, might be able to deal some good damage to us. Ooh, you know what? I wonder if... I kind of wonder if this is like a Scarf Kyogre. right? Because they immediately swapped out. But, I mean, maybe they were just swapping to swap. But I kind of wonder... I'd be surprised if this was Scarf Ogre, right? It's probably Mystic Water. At least we are +1, and we have healed back a lot of HP. So, you're going to have to Terra here in order to, you know, get around. Ooh, if it's Terra Water, though, we might just get knocked out from a Terra Water... It is Terra Grass. Okay, it's Terra Grass. So at least it's not going to have extra damage on top of the helping hand that it's about to receive. So, fingers crossed the HP recovery and the +1 to our special defense keeps us safe. That's actually a really good hit if you go for a Water Spout. Oh, we're actually just faster. Why are we faster? May I ask? And we are at +1. That's a great knockout. I swore that it was faster when it went last time. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, I gotta go back and rewatch what was going on, because I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, because wasn't it faster? Oh, well, that doesn't matter now, because we're here, and I gotta worry about... I want to bring in Flutter, and we're going to go for a Terra Starstorm again. Right. I'm going to bring out Flutter, because the thing about Flutter is that it, you know, I'd like to be able to get an Icy Wind up against, you know, against if you do go for a Tailwind. I am just a little bit worried about Bleak Winds. I don't want to just lose Rillaboom. So if you go for a Bleak Wind here, fine. If you go for Protect here, that's fine too, because... Oh, wait, no, it's Trick Room! That's why. Oh my lord, guys. Please help me. Please help me, Jesus. It's Trick Room. You're probably in the comments right now. If you're watching this far, you're just like, they set up Trick Room, you freaking nerd. Help me. How have I been able to get as far into this match as I have been when I don't know what I am doing? That's the real question. Because, yeah, it's Trick Room, yes. What am I doing with my life? Please, please let me know what I'm doing with my life. But that is a win. It should not have been a win. I honestly, I failed upwards in that match. I 100%, even though I won that match, I failed upwards, right? I failed upwards due to the Electroshock, or due to, you know, the Terra Starstorm, sorry, the Terra on our Terapagos getting rid of the rain so that the Electroshock did not get, probably what would have been the one shot. Them setting up Trick Room was a little bit of a mistake, though. I will be honest with you, it was a little bit of a mistake, and I think they probably should have reversed it. It does make me think that they were going to be Scarf Ogre. That did kind of read as Scarf Ogre. So, but maybe not. Maybe, you know, it was like Specs Ogre or something, but I feel like you would have protected and gone for a... you know, to reverse Trick Room. I don't know why they didn't go for reversing Trick Room. So to me, that kind of read as Scarf Ogre. They probably should have brought out Tornadus, but we failed upwards amazingly. Somehow we did, and we won that match. I think the biggest thing that I need to do moving forward is to remember frickin' mechanics, because literally every single match this episode, I have forgotten a mechanic that's important, and it's not good. I've won the matches, but it's not good. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you appreciate, or, oh my god, no, that's gross. I appreciate you. I hope you had fun watching this video. You don't need to appreciate anything about this video other than me making a fool of myself. But thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you guys hanging out. Comment down below if there's a team you would like me to try out, if you got any rental codes or Pokepastes. I absolutely love seeing teams, and I need more teams, so give me more. If you are down in the comments, don't forget to like and subscribe. You gotta scroll by it, so why not? But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.